Hey guys, Britto here. Welcome back to Gold Rush the Game. Here we are for another episode where I've been digging pretty much all night. As you can see, we've moved the digger again. We've got 7 buckets. 7 buckets of gold in the back here. So I've moved the digger, moved the wash plant again. We've dug a massive hole down in here. It's all I could reach. And I sort of come across to this side and tried to level out as best I could with a digger to walk forward. It's not quite level, certainly need a dozer for that, but I'm starting to dig out this square here now, and then we're going to continue to hopefully dig out all this side and move back and try and square up with this guy here, and then just continue to follow this square back, then move over, follow this square back, that sort of stuff. So hopefully we'll be able to get through it alright. So let me turn this lighting plant on here. You can see I brought the lighting plant trailer. This thing has been running all night. It's only used 14% of fuel. So fuel efficiency of this guy is pretty bloody good. And it certainly, I can turn that off, it certainly lights up the place fairly well. Probably need another one shooting down into the hole, but you know, it's pretty good. Right, so we'll turn this guy on. We're up to our last bucket before we are completely full, so jump back into the digger and we'll keep digging till this bucket's full, and we can go and do a cleanup, head into town. I'm gonna have to sell a little bit of gold. Unfortunately, I did take out a loan to be able to buy that trailer, and yeah, it didn't loan quite enough to keep us in the green. So sort of gone into the black a little bit. Just trying to get a full bucket there. Yeah, so gone into the red, I should say. Gone into the red a little bit. So we need to try and get ourselves back into the black, or I'd rather call it back into the green. Green means good. Green means you got money. Green means go. Just realised that you guys have got no sound. Hold on for a second. There we go. Now you guys should have sound, which is obviously going to be a lot better for you guys, being able to hear the digger and the wash plant stuff running. I turned the sound off so I could do my voiceover recordings, and obviously I forgot to turn it back on again. So hopefully it won't take too long to fill this bucket up. Just going to continue to try and, I'd say, level out this area, but give us a nice sort of slope down, and then we can sort of try and dig longer and dig deeper and that sort of stuff. Right, so this is my plan, is to sort of dig back to here the whole way through to the other side, and then we can continue to move back as we go, and possibly move over to the right and get that other square over to our right. Try and keep the claim nice and square, so it's, you know, it's going to be easier to dig, hopefully, doing it that way. Just drop a little bit of dirt out, doesn't matter. The best part about that is if we do drop dirt, it doesn't just disappear, it goes back into the ground and we can dig it again. So the developers, Code Horizon, have certainly done a good job with the way the dirt aspect works. I've always thought it was, you know, pretty good, the way that the diggers dig and the dozers push and all that sort of stuff. It really does work well. Right, 32% full for this bucket, so I'm not far off having another full bucket. Right, so as I said, I want to go all the way around towards those logs there, sort of square it all up. So if I sort of head around and give myself something like that, I guess, around about there is sort of where I want to make sure we don't dig any further than sort of here. want this to sort of be our limit as far as squaring it off. So dig from there the whole way back sort of thing. It's probably not very good pay dirt in that area over there, but it's all got to be dug out anyway. I don't want to try not to damage the teeth too much as well, so I think I did check them before I started digging. Again, I think our teeth are about between 70 and 80%, so you know, it's not like they're going to break anytime soon, but I am going to have to buy some spares just in case. We'll buy all 6, and then once one breaks, we'll just replace the whole lot, and then sell the other guys. Right, so you can see the colour of that square change. Definitely in some good gold over here. Alright, we're probably in terrible gold over this side, but as I said, I certainly want to square this claim up. So I don't want to dig any further around than that, as I said. Try and keep it nice and square the whole way along. Oh, there we go, shouldn't be too bad. Should be able to work our way sort of around again. We are digging to bedrocks, that's why sort of damaging the teeth that little bit, but so I'm not too concerned. I don't think the teeth are that expensive. We'll have to have a look for sure, but I don't think they're really expensive anyway. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying the series so far. Hopefully you guys enjoyed our last episode, bit of drilling time lapse and bit of dozer work as well. And digging at the end, of course. I do apologise if it was a little bit too fast, the times 10. I know how boring the drilling can be, so I didn't want you guys sort of sitting there just watching me drill and being really bored, especially with me not doing a voiceover the whole time. Wasn't really much point in me doing a voiceover the whole time because there wasn't that much to talk about, to be honest. Right, 73%, so we're not far off filling up this bucket. Let's try and take out this little bit of a lump here. It's so hard to get a nice smooth area to sit the digger on when you're trying to dig with a digger. It's hard to sort of see from sitting inside the digger, or even from this angle. It's even hard, so you can just imagine how hard it'll be in real life. Hopefully one day it'll be me up in the digger, but it's probably a long time away yet, but it's my long-term goal. Certainly is to end up in the digger digging away. My next goal, some of you probably already know, is to get the dozer skill at work, end up on a dozer and learn some stuff. I certainly think being in a dozer you learn a lot about digging as well, because in the coal mining industry, you know, the dozer is what comes through behind the digger and tidies up the digger's mess pretty much. Let's try and get a full bucket. So yeah, the dozer comes back through and tidies up the digger's mess that he leaves behind, especially if the ground is uneven, which, you know, in the mining situation, it's probably not going to be that level and that smooth, so the dozer's sort of got to come through and finish the floor to the right level and nice and smooth for us truckies to be able to drive on safely. So there's plenty of work for a dozer, but you're also sort of sitting there doing that sort of stuff. You can also watch the digger a bit closer and work out, you know, why they're digging certain ways and all that sort of stuff. So I think it certainly is a benefit to get on the dozer before you end up in the digger. Right, that should be our last bucket. Right, so we'll go and put this bucket on the ground. Shut it down. Head on over to the wash plant. Should nearly be done. There we go. Shut you down as well. Throw another bucket. We need another 3 buckets, and it would have been like, you know, a 10-pin bowling setup. Actually, 2 more buckets, I should say. Turn you off. Top you up with fuel. While I'm here, I'm gonna. Where's our hose? Hose is there. Oop. Top this guy up. So we definitely can't reach the digger from here. Let's see if we can top this guy up a little bit. Wonder if that will actually fill it. That will. So that uses hardly any fuel. Look at that. That is really cool. Wish all the other equipment was the same, but all the other equipment just seems to chew everything really quick. Alright, top everything up over here. Should be full. Didn't actually check and see how much the digger had in it, but got enough room to sort of back the trailer in over here if we need to and top that up. But let's head down for our clean out, our 8 bucket clean out. Let's hope 8 buckets. Let's hope we hit 100 ounces, so 60 ounces will be nice. If we get up towards the 100 ounce mark, I'll be pretty happy. Alright, shut him down there. We can take all these buckets inside. Throw them all down in front of the computer. So we do have a couple of people that want to work for us as well, so we might have to check that out. Hopefully we can get someone who's got excavator perks who can help us, you know, whether it be digger speed or hydraulic strength or whatever it might be. That'd actually be really, really cool. Even durability of some sort would be nice. Right, so 2 more buckets to come in and then turn everything on. I do apologise if I'm a bit sniffly. I don't know what's going on. I can sit here and I can feel fine. And as soon as I start recording, I feel like my nose just goes absolutely crazy. Right, let's start this guy up. Should give us water. Yep, beautiful. So start you. I'll drop you down there. We can turn you on as well. So make sure that's completely finished. Boom, there we go. So take the gold out. Straight into there. Next bucket into there. Let's just throw these buckets near the door so they're not in the way. Don't know who's going to be finished first. Magnetite, which would be nice. 140 ounces of magnetite, so we can do that as well on our way to town. Dump off the magnetite bucket. See how we go. This is going to be finished before this one now. But 2 buckets has given us 18 ounces, so that's pretty good. 177 ounces of magnetite, so that's going to be a better bucket of gold too, I think. Let's hope we hit that 100 ounce mark, maybe even more. 122.28. We should have had a much fuller bucket than this, but for some reason it was at 10%, but then it's dropped, so I don't know whether I put that magnetite bucket in the wrong spot or something. Not quite sure. 137.05 ounces of magnetite. $80 ounces, so done pretty good. Can't remember what the first two buckets were, 17 ounces or something now, so 175.22 is another good bucket as far as magnetite goes. %, full. It'd be nice to get a full bucket and take it, but 92 ounces, so we're definitely going to hit that 100 ounce mark. Last bucket, magnetite. Well, last bucket through the magnetite separator, I should say. There's our 100 ounce mark, and we've still got pretty much 2 buckets to go. 108 ounces, 110 ounces, so plenty of money. So let's not go in here yet. Let's wait and see. I think it was 17 ounces that we got out of the first bucket. First 2 buckets, I think. We'll certainly hit that 100. 115. Can we get to 120? 119, 120. So 63, that's about 80 ounces. Actually, that was more than that, wasn't it? I'm sure that was more than that. I don't think we had... Well, I can't remember now. 30 or 40 ounces or something. Right, so there's all our buckets. They really need to go back in the back of the truck. We need to take our magnetite bucket up to the factory as well. Let's just throw all these guys in. That was a pretty good clean out. That was what was it, 7 buckets, 8 buckets. And what, 100 ounces, maybe 80 ounces in total? I think it was about 80. Alright, take our magnetite bucket. I wish it was actually like a dark black in there. So you could certainly tell the difference between the buckets. Alright, shut that. Let's go to the workers. Are waiting, so we've got 3. Hog pan sluice box we don't need. Mechanic hog pan sluice box. Can reject you. So 1876 tier 1, 36% work, 36% work. We really can get rid of you. This guy's not too bad. Be good to hire him, but we just don't have any money at the moment. Equipment store. Let's have a look at our parts. Tooth or a reinforced tooth. So if we want to go 6 of those, it's 4,700, which isn't too bad. Excavator track. What else do we have with excavator? These cogs, I think. Inner cog, outer cog. Fuel filter, hydraulic hoses. I'd like to... There's no point in getting reinforced yet because we don't actually own the digger, do we? We're only leasing it, so... If we do happen to actually do that, we're just going to lose a lot of money, so we're better off waiting till sort of the last minute, I suppose, before we even bother trying to repair the teeth and that sort of stuff. So if anything goes wrong, I guess we could probably take the digger, repair the digger, take it back to where it was, put the broken parts back on it, and then return it. So here's our trailer. Let's grab our bucket out. Throw it in. 3% full. I don't know how much that's going to give us, but pull the lever. 1, 3, 8, 9 ounces of magnetite. I don't think that's going to be enough for an upgrade yet. I'll have to have a look. One of those buckets needs to go back to the magnetite. Then we might buy a couple more buckets, I think. Make sure we have 10 bucket clean out would be good. Alright, there's our timer going off. I only set that for 20 minutes just to make sure I didn't over record. I hate this, how this works. Oop. Big water pump coil, conveyor belt is discounted. I think we're better off waiting till winter to buy all the tier 3 stuff though, because it's a lot cheaper in winter than it is actually now, because no one's actually using it winter time because it's, you know, gonna break sort of thing. Alright, so what we need to do is swing around. Gonna have to sell, upgrade. Can we upgrade anything? We can upgrade cost and time, which I don't really want. I'd rather do the amount increase. I'd rather do gold losses first, so we need to wait, I think. But sell gold ore. Let's just sell about that much. Smelt. I need to sell a little bit more. About that much. I want to smelt the full bar. 1971. How much money do we have? Tiniest little bit. There we go. Another ounce. I know that's really not a good idea because we're losing money, but we have to. Alright, there we go. So let that happen. So what I'll do is I'll smelt all these bars and then I'll come back when we're ready to head to the bank and see what sort of money we can make. Alright guys, we're back. So here we have it. 5 gold bars minus 1. I already had to take one down and sell it so we could smelt the rest. So, watch your heads. 5 gold bars. We got 4 at 18 ounces and 1 at 13.1, I think it is. So we should have had another one here, but unfortunately, I had to take it down and smelt it. So I don't know if these guys are going to fall off. Hopefully not. No, they'll stay there. They're not even touching them. Oh, no, there they go. Moved a little bit. They're still there. That's what I said. I would love to have like a proper lockbox for our gold bars, not just have them sit on the bonnet of the truck. Look out! Look out! Gold digger coming through. Right, so sell the gold bars. $21,000 each. That should get us up to 100,000, over 100,000. Beautiful, look at that, 105. Did pay off our loan, so now we can get a $246,000 loan. Alright, so let's quickly go to the shop. I want to grab a few things, grab a couple of buckets, maybe a few cables, and we can start to get our wash plant sort of together, if you know what I mean. Right, so a couple of buckets, cables, you got 7, 4 and 5. I think the 5 meter ones will do. Just thinking, I don't need anything else. Could do with another light trailer, but they are 7.5 grand. Not too expensive, but not too cheap either, I suppose. Right, that'll do. Grab our couple of buckets, a couple of cables. So one of these buckets has got to go back into magnetite separator, and then the rest can go down to the digger. So the next cleanup, hopefully, if I can dig all through the day today and all through the night, we can have a 10 bucket cleanup tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Alright, so let's head to the equipment store, see what we can get. So there's a stop sign there. I looked down then to try and mute my microphone because I was about to sneeze and whoop, straight into a stop sign, straight into a fence. Alright, so we're here. So 100 grand we have, 105, so we're definitely going to need two of these guys. We need a S-Rocks sluice box. We need one of you. I think that's it as far as those guys go. The duplex jigs, quite expensive. Let's grab both of those. At least we can sort of get started then. And then we're gonna have to come back through and get I don't know where these guys go. Gravel pump planer. We're gonna have to come back through and get the not the D-rocker but the shaker. Look at that. The shaker. Just a standard trommel. And the power jenny, which isn't too bad. And the front loader, I think we're definitely going to have to get, unless we decide to just skip that and go straight for the truck, which is 92. So 92, 122, wow, 174, 175 to get all that, plus whatever else we need. So might be better off with the loader first. 70 grand, still leaves 35 left, so that's good. Alright, there we go. 2700, not too bad. Righto guys, well I'll head back to the claim. So I might do a little bit more digging. Might even look at doing a bit of a time lapse of putting these things in place. And come back and do a little bit more digging and that sort of stuff. After that, or maybe, I don't know, maybe I can do some digging, have a 10 bucket cleanup ready to go, and then come back with us putting part of this wash plant together. But righto guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, as always, smash that like button, leave a comment, let me know what you think of this series so far, and if you want to see it continue, and if we should go the loader or should we go straight to the truck, let me know. If you guys are new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet guys, please do so. It's been Britto, thanks for watching. See you again soon.